Welcome to our little podcast, Hollywood Cats, a podcat about cat stories, cat care tips, and just a fun time to chat about cats. Hollywood Cats is hosted by Holly Meowie, president of the LA Cat Club, a not-for-profit cat rescue, and actress on numerous television shows, including currently as Beautiful Brenda on Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network nationally. Hollywood Cats is also hosted by Mark Rawlings, fellow cat lover and cat daddy, keeping the dream alive, talking about cats. And now, from the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, here are Holly and Mark, your Hollywood Cats.
Well, it must be the holidays. I guess depending on when you're listening to this. Well, welcome to another Hollywood Cats holiday podcast. There's Holly Meowie. Hey.
Hey.
And happy
deck
holidays.
the halls with boughs of holly. That's me.
There she is, all hollied out as usual. Anyway, we're today we're going to be talking about a couple things. We're going to get to holidays and cats with holidays and what you should do around the house with
Catsmas.
Catsmas, yes, exactly. So we'll get to that in a minute. But unfortunately, we got to start today with a cat obituary. Lil Bub died on December 1st. That's not good.
Big news. He was a Meowica's little sweetheart, Lil Bub was.
Yeah, I have to admit, I did not know who he was, but I knew Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
This is the opposite, right?
Yeah, Lil Bub was like the yes cat. Like, Grumpy Cat was the no cat. Like, everything's bad and grumpy and everything you say sucks. Where Lil Bub was like, yes, you're amazing.
So Lil Bub had a perma smile.
Yeah, like the positive kitty cat was Lil Bub. And sadly, he died at age 8, shortly after Grumpy.
That's sad. We lost both ends of the spectrum this year, huh?
Yeah, like these were like internet kitty sensations, and with all their hype and everything, they got taken around to different conventions and shown off, and that can be stressful for a kitty, but in Lil Bub's case, I would say that his was a bone. He had a sorry. Mm-hmm. I call everything he, by the way. I don't know why.
Nobody's objecting.
She, Lil Bub. No.
It's a trans cat?
Yeah. Well, Lil Bub also had the dwarfism, like Grumpy, same. So the life was shortened because of that. But Lil Bub had a bone problem where Grumpy Cat had a urinary tract issue. And in Lil Bub's, the positive Lil Bub situation is Lil Bub donated tons of money to other rescues and stuff. So Lil Bub was a big, positive kitty that donated tons of money, and I don't know.
So the Grumpy Cat that we all know, they took Grumpy Cat all around the country and made money off of it, and
made money.
Lil Bub was more like they're more about cats and welfare of other cats. I think and charitable type things.
Grumpy Cat did donate maybe a little bit of money to a local shelter in his hometown, her hometown. But Lil Bub was known to be, the cat savior and to donate to a bunch of kitties that needed help. So I know Lil Bubs Dad. I met him. Their booth was their booth was right next to mine at CatCon. And so I got to meet Lil Bub a few times, and the father's really sweet and cool. Mm-hmm. And this is very hard on him, so our prayers are with Lil Bub's dad. But definitely, I just have great things to say about Lil Bub and how his dad handled the whole thing.
So when they're at a show like that, are they in a cage, or do people pet them, or do you want them to pet them?
Yeah, you could do a meet and greet with Lil Bub and meet,
pictures
one-on-one, take a photo, pet Lil Bub. But most of the time, if it was a crowded situation, Lil Bub's dad would bring Lil Bub out in his arms and, not let any, like a mass, public thing, like wouldn't let people pet him at that time.
Well, Lil Bub's a cutie. I looked up the picture, and I'd never heard of feline dwarfism before, but that's the syndrome, and just kind of looked like it had his mouth open all the time and tongue was hanging out.
Yeah, really cute. I knew when the tumor was growing out of the neck. I was like, oh no, that's bad. That's a bad situation waiting to happen.
So part 2 of this was the dad. Is it just a dad? Wanted to send the cat's ashes to space. That sounds expensive.
So TMZ reported that Lil Bubs Dad wanted. His name's Mike, by the way.
Okay.
We love Mike. So everyone's name's Mike.
Okay.
He wanted to have Lil Bub's final resting place in outer space. And he, because she was cremated, and he wants the remains to be on a satellite and launch it into orbit so that she can watch over the entire planet.
Okay, well.
And, so he's...
Sounds like a...
Yeah.
Expensive plan.
No, he's working for free. He's trying to do this for free with Purdue University.
Okay, so he's got somebody that has access to rockets.
And basically, he wants to link her satellite to a website so that everybody who's, a Lil Bub fan can track the location of Lil Bub.
At any given time, yeah.
And going around the sun, going around the earth. And people can sign up and give a designated amount of money that every time she circles the earth, that money will benefit other homeless pets in need and veterinary research and stuff like that. So,
interesting.
So that's he's trying to still live the legacy of Lil Bub by donating still, which she was doing on her, time here on Earth.
That's cool.
So I'm really all about the Lil Bub situation.
I can tell.
Grumpy Cat.
You're quite well versed on Lil Bub isms and stuff. But rest in peace, Lil Bub.
Rest in peace, Lil Bub. End of an era.
Okay, segue to holidays.
Yes.
And for those of us among the living cats, we have to kind of cat-proof our house, I guess, if you do a lot of Christmas decorating, namely trees, because we all know that there's so many funny pictures online, or if you have them, you see your cat's head sticking out of the top of the tree, or the ornaments, or the lights, or the whole tree comes down, right?
Oh my God, it's happened to me 100 times.
I'm sure.
I can't tell you how many times I've decorated my tree with my mom's vintage decorations that have been around in generations of my family, and down comes crashing of the tree because Harlequin climbed up it, or one of my kitties, especially my Fosters, because they're babies or kittens, so they really love to play. And down comes the tree, and down the decorations, smashing all over the floor.
So suggestions to prevent this? I was looking at some. They were talking about smaller tree, not so much low-hanging stuff, although cats will be more intrigued, I think, if it's higher. But
yeah, I cat sitter faux trees instead of real trees because if ingested, the needles will poke the organs on the inside and cause damage.
So we have health issues.
Yeah, so you got to take your cat 911 to the vet. Definitely the smaller tree. Plus, if you have a real tree and they drink the water at the basin of the tree,
I never thought about that.
That gets the cat sick too. So you have to cover that if you do get a real tree.
Okay.
Also, I think a preventative thing to do is to set the tree up, whether it's a fake or real tree, without any decorations for a few days, so the cat gets used to the tree with no decor and gets bored of it.
Oh yeah, it's never mind that.
Yeah,
it's like a new chair or something.
Exactly. Also, attaching the tree to the ceiling or to the wall. I have that right now.
Thinking upside down.
That would be funny.
Well, that would keep him out of it, most likely.
Yeah. So, if you rope the tree to the ceiling and the cat goes in, it can't really fall over. It just kind of stays stationary to the
guy wires for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so make sure that the base is really solid. There's no flimsiness, because a lot of bases aren't solid. So put rocks in the bottom of whatever's the basin, or bricks or whatnot. Also, cats don't like citrus. So if you want to spray citrus around the base, or leave orange peels or lemon peels, they smell good to us, but cats are really not into it. That's really good.
Probably a bad idea to spray it with tuna, let's say.
Then your whole house smells like tuna for the holidays.
And the cats would like it. Okay, citrus it is.
Yeah. Also, if you're going to do lights around your tree, the cats might, try to knot the wires. So put the wires on the more close to the trunk of the tree, so that you avoid any of that. And ornaments, don't use hooks. Hooks, as they catch fish, they will hurt your cat.
They swallow them?
They swallow them.
Oh, that's bad.
All sort of hooks. Just use tie them. Tie your ornaments onto the tree with yarn or something that's more easy, because you don't want any intestinal problems from cats choking on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, $2,000 vet bill puts a bit of a damper on the holidays, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a burn survivor, so I'm highly adamant about battery operated candles.
Okay.
Don't use any flames around cats. Cats
that's just general sense with a cat, right?
Well, I've been to, you don't even know how many times I've been to people's houses and they got candles burning all over and they've got cats and dogs, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's
they obviously don't think like I do.
Yeah.
You gotta, would you have a candle running around your toddler?
That's true.
So
you need to think of your cats as children, basically.
Yeah.
It's, a lot of that's the same stuff as you would have with a toddler. Like when people have babies and they put up a Christmas tree, the whole game changes.
Right.
Before it's like, oh, you can do anything you want if it's just adults, and you add a cat, you add a child.
Right.
It's a little different game.
Yeah, I know my girlfriend has a new puppy, and she put a whole baby gate around her tree, and that's great for a puppy, but cats will just hop over a baby gate. So cats you got to be smarter about the cat situation.
Okay, well, that's advice for the holidays, if not for this year, next. And well, thank you for your research on that. I appreciate it. Rest in peace, Little Bub, and we'll wrap up this Hollywood Cats podcast. And where can they find more about what you got going on, huh?
Well, if you go to Facebook, you can find me at LA Cat Club, or LA Cat Club. The sure. LA Cat Club on Twitter. I've got so many social meowdias that I'm just like, oh my God.
Or just Google you.
Yeah.
Holly Meowie.
Holly Meowie, and yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you, Holly Meowie. Happy holidays to all, and catch us next time on the Hollywood Cats podcast. Cheers.
From Hollywood, you've been listening to Hollywood Cats, stories and facts about cats. Be sure to join us next time for more with Holly and Mark. And don't forget our website, HollywoodCats.com. That's Hollywood and cats ending in Z. HollywoodCats.com. And thanks for joining us on Hollywood Cats.